back to my channel. So today we'll be working on my goals for 2024. There will also be a free 2024 goal planning Notion template that'll be available for you, and I'll be using it and demoing it today. You can grab it in the description down below and make sure to keep watching for the demo and chat about how to do your 2024 goals. These will be my goals in general, so you'll see some home goals, some personal goals, and some work goals. If you're interested in my content creation goals for Life with Holly Lifestyles, I'll definitely be doing a vlog in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you're subscribed for that and stay tuned. Without further ado, let's get started. And if you haven't been to my channel yet, welcome. My name is Holly from Life with Holly Lifestyle. I'm so excited to share with you my life as an entrepreneur and my tips and tricks for business, and also share a lot of desk and productivity videos such as this one. So if you're interested in any of that and all of that, make sure you're subscribed. And now I'm gonna be a little bubble. Okay, so here is the Notion template that you can get for free, so make sure to check it in the links down below. So all you have to do is duplicate the template and add it to your own Notion. Well, without further ado, we're gonna get in and we're gonna start talking about my goals. Feel free to do this with me as I'm doing it, or do this after you watch this video. First place I want to go to is my 2023 reflection. You can skip this if you don't want to do it, but I feel like we need to kind of look at 2023 first to see what we want to do for 2024. And if you didn't write your 2023 goals, that's totally fine too. You can always think about things you've been wanting to change in 2023 and kind of bring it over to 2024. So I have to say, I completely forgot about my own goals in 2023. I believe I just did them, and then I kind of just looked at it for the first quarter, and then I kind of forgot about it. But that was pretty much it. So I'm just gonna pull up some data that I've had from before, and then we're going to look at my top goals for 2023. So in this thought section, I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to write down. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do personal and work and home. So I'm going to do my top goal and then kind of elaborate from there. Personal for sure was definitely some sort of fitness work that I'd never done. I was really on and off a lot of the times throughout this year, so that's something I definitely want to continue on for 2024. Work included for Life with Holly Lifestyles was basically focusing more on Instagram and YouTube, which I believe I have done and did a really good job. And home was mainly keeping the space clean and stuff like that. But things happen, we go on vacation, we do things, make a mess, and just keeping it clean afterwards is also very important. So which goals did I achieve? If you didn't achieve any goals, that's completely fine. Another thing for my personal I also want to talk about is finish a lot of my online courses. I've purchased some online courses. A lot of them are obviously lifetime, which is great, but I feel like that's also the reason why I never finish it. I did try to work on these online courses a couple of times, but I believe I haven't finished any of them yet. So it's okay to not finish your goals, because I pretty much didn't finish any of my goals. So this is why we're doing this video today, to hopefully keep us accountable and finish the goals for next year. So here I'm just gonna say not available, because no shame, I just never finished any of my goals. And which goals that I didn't achieve, I'm just going to skip that part here, because you might be better at working goals than me. So we're going to be basically starting fresh for me for sure. But if you already have your goals or you thought about doing your goals, you can fill this out. So I'm just going to skip this part. After looking at this, we're going to go back and we're going to start brainstorming. So what I love about doing the 2023 reflection is that you can take those goals, or you can take what you learned about yourself from last year and kind of add it to this year in 2024. So the goals I've been thinking about include goals that I haven't finished last year, and also any new goals that have came up. So for personal, it definitely was some sort of fitness thing, finish my online courses. Other things include eating healthy. And for home, I definitely have some projects that I want to work on. One of them is revamping the coffee station. I wanted to change it up a little bit and add more storage space. I also wanted to clean out the garage, which has always been a thing on the list. I'm just like throwing things in the garage when we're like, okay, we don't want to deal with it. So that's a pretty good thing to do, because in the future maybe we can add like a gym or something. So that's something I wanted to do. And then for my office, there was one thing that I have been thinking about is adding more LED lights on the ceiling to give some more color and more light into the space. There's obviously a lot more goals that I have, but this is just a super simple version so you can see how this template works and how you can work on your goals. But obviously I have a lot more goals that I'll be working on off camera, but yeah. And then last but not least is work. And for Point Han, definitely want some sort of consistent launches, because the last couple of months it's been super crazy. Obviously things have been slow, so we haven't had time to budget for things or create new products. So hopefully in 2024 we'll have some more consistent launches. And for Life with Holly, I definitely want to film more S-log, try to focus and kind of create more of a different type of style where I'm going at. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. I mean, for at least YouTube, I did S-log for a little bit in a couple of videos, and then I kind of stopped. I just went back to regular videos such as this one right here. So hopefully I can do that again. And then so this is for YouTube basically. And then last but not least is Tech with Holly, which I kind of stopped because the lighting was really weird and I just couldn't figure it out. So I kind of stopped. So hopefully have new videos, educate and share more tech videos. So kind of those are my top things that I'm thinking of. First off, I based it off of my personal, home, and work, which would be my categories on the side. But for you, if you aren't sure and you don't want to do personal, home, and work, you can always just write down all your lists of goals first and then kind of look at those goals and figure out what kind of categories there are, because there's obviously other categories that you want to do. Especially, for example, my personal goal is fitness, but fitness can be its own category if that's what you want to. So it depends on your goals. So I would just write down all your goals without any categories or anything and then kind of figure it out after. But for me, I already kind of had the mind of having it as a personal goal, a home goal, and a work goal. And then now that I have those already established, I can work on some subcategories for these goals. So for subcategories, there's the personal, which is health and fitness would be one, I would say, and then I would have online courses, so kind of like education would be one of them. So there's that. And then for home, it would be projects and cleaning. And so then office and revamping coffee station would be kind of like a project. And then for work it depends, because right now it's for different businesses. So I'm not going to write a subcategory for work because it's a little bit different. So there's that. Then we can go back and we can look at our goals right here. This is your little database that you can put all your goals in. So I have split it into your goal. That is the name of your goal. So for example, mine would be workout. For our fitness goal, it'll be workout maybe 3 times a week. And then it'll be my personal goal, so I can change it to personal work. You can always change it up yourself. You can add new ones. You can delete these if you want, or you can add new ones, the ones that you want. And then I've split everything into quarters so you can kind of focus on it. So for example, if I want to work out 3 times a week, I need to at least focus on it for at least 3 months to see if I can keep it consistent, because after that, if I'm consistent enough, it's just a habit. I will just do it either way, and then that'll be the end of that goal. So that is kind of where I'm at. So obviously for workout, definitely want to start the first 3 months of the year and see how that goes. So that's why I have that as quarter 1. So now that I have all my goals from my brainstorm, I'm just going to move them into the goal planning section. So if I look at it, for example, cleaning out my garage is not like the most important thing to do. So I can move it to Q2, Q3, Q4. Things that I want to do very, very soon. For example, my office, like LED lights on the ceiling, I would love to do it as soon as possible. So that would definitely be Q1. So kind of look at your goals and kind of see where you can add these in. Obviously, the more important things should be for Q1, and the less important things can be done when you have a little bit more time. For example, in summertime, you might be super busy with going on vacation, stuff like that. So you would have less goals or easier goals to do during those times. And for example, in December, so Q4 in December, you might be more free because you are on holiday, so you might have more time to do certain things. But kind of look through that and kind of figure it out, and that's what I'm gonna do.
You got my heart, you are my only, right from the start, you know.
Okay, so I finished it off. Obviously, there's going to be more, and this is just like a simple version for you guys to check out and look at. So what I also want to share with you is that on the top of this database, you can actually look at things by quarter. So if you're looking at quarter one and you're planning out your goals, you can see that these are all the goals you want to do for Q1, Q2, and etc. And in categories, you can also look at your home goals, personal goals, and work goals. You can just look at them separately. Another thing is, for example, my online courses, I have actually different types. So what I would normally do is I would list them out. So for example, if I have a course number 1, course number 2, I would list them out and then kind of split them into different quarters. So for example, I looked at this and I realized that I actually have more than one course or more than one task for this goal. So I'm just going to split them to course 1 and then split them into different quarters, so that if there's a little bit more than just that goal in general, I can try to like make it into a smaller task for me to look at. So that is pretty much it for my 2024 goal planning. I hope this helped you out in any way. So make sure not to overwhelm yourself and start with smaller goals for each categories and then go from there. Obviously, I would start with working on Q1 and Q2 goals, and then maybe in the mid-year kind of go through the goals that didn't go well or you didn't finish, and then add them for Q3 and Q4, and then add new goals on top of that. That way you don't have so much things in your mind and that it might confuse you and it might not help you achieve those goals. So that's something to keep in mind. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this mini demo of goal planning. Make sure to download the template and add it to your own Notion. All you have to do is find it in the description down below, sign up for my email newsletter, and you can have access to not just this Notion template, but other Notion templates that I have in my hub. And thank you again for watching. I'm so excited for 2024. I have some super cool things ready to go, and I'm excited to share with you guys. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see everything in the upcoming year. And if you ever have any video requests, please let me know down below. I would love to do them and help you guys out. And don't forget to follow me at Life with Holly Lifestyles on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Nothing I would ever change, the way you go and say my name, it's written on